Really nice start and a really awkward shot to start as well, being 4 or 5 feet away from the object ball, having to kill the cue ball, plus make the object ball travel far enough to get the snooker. Very awkward kind of shot, and that's what's so impressive about cue sports. You know, snooker, it's a little different because the balls are on the spot a lot, you know, the numbered balls and whatnot, but even snooker, you can't practice all these shots.
Every frame, every rack is different.
Hit it with a lot of control, so that's a good sign. And when the nerves are high, it's easy to want to overhit the jump shot. Big shot here. Yeah, I was wondering, ooh, a little fortunate that one fell.
Last week in the Spanish Open, that pocket on the main table in the first few days was unforgiving. This one a little more generous. That one, though, was a no-doubter. Albin Ouchen and Mario He make an agreeable start. They laid the hook. The jump shot for the Filipinos didn't quite work.
So we'll see. I think this is smart, really. You're playing a very dangerous team, and if we knew yesterday, or remember yesterday, it was a cross-side bank that was difficult for the Koh brothers, right? Didn't miss it by much, and they sat in the chair for some 4 or 5 racks afterwards.
Yeah, that was on the 2-ball in the first rack. It was misjudged. The Philippines ran out and then broke and ran to 4-0.
All right, looks like he's taking this on. Watch out for the cue ball. Big pocket. I was a little worried about that cue ball. Just because when you have little space, the side pockets take up a lot of that room coming across. A little unfortunate going off the 7, but he definitely caught it thinner than he wanted.
Yes, if you're one of the multitude of people watching in the Philippines, your boys have done you proud, as they always do, it seems, in this tournament. No ego involved. It's been a true team effort.
What you find, of course, still one of the most talented countries in 9-ball pool, but today's Filipinos have a little better technique overall. I think Efren would tell you the same thing. He's talked about that before.
When Ouchen scratched, he must have sensed that was loss of rack.
If they don't. I tell you, I might kick between the 5 and 9 here off this bottom cushion. You got a lot of action there. Balls to get, you know, a snooker with. You may pocket this ball a few different ways, and you're a big favorite to hit it. Like that.
There's a grand history of kicking in the Philippines, isn't there? They are masterful.
Yeah, really. Some of really good. He recognized going 1 rail, and he was comfortable with it, you know. I was a little worried at the speed, but it made sense going 1 rail. If he had come 2 rails behind, most likely doesn't get a rail after contact. Chua, he's going to try and attack this in the upper corner with the jump cue, and don't know how much draw he'll get on this to get a little movement on the 9 maybe. Oh, he could see it. The match itself was much closer than that score line. Seems like Austria is settling in now.
Team Austria wins the rack.
Once again, it's all square.
He's going to take on the cut down the rail. Wow. And this is what I love. This is where the game of Nineball is going. If you want to win titles, you have to take on the difficult yourself. Bet on yourself.
On that particular shot, he's mustard.
Yeah, well, I'm very shocked. That's where they pushed out, to be fair. And I think a mental error you'll see from Austria maybe once every 2 to 3 years, it seems. But you only have to get a little past the middle. Heck with that smooth. I feel Johan has not missed a beat.
He's been the standout player so far, no doubt.
I think really of the event, not just in this match. Smashes the balls. What's the blue 2 gonna do? Big reward. And again, it's been, look back 2 games ago, you think about, okay, he's got the 2 hanging. A couple games ago, he made maybe the shot of the tournament on the push out and then put the rack together, Team Philippines, and then a break and run. So, okay, he's gonna go more of the one rail path down the left side of the table, real clear side like this. Tour grows, and the sport's already huge around the world, but it's just going to get bigger and bigger. That's got to go. That's got to go. A little quick with the takeaway, so didn't quite keep accelerating through the cue ball, and a big shot here for Team Philippines.
He'd be the player I nominate to take it on. Another slice of excellence under pressure from Johan Chua.
10 seconds.
Okay, something that has not gotten to the Filipino players much is the shot clock. Wow. He said, let me show you what I got. Let me show you. And people don't realize, you know, we say it about certain players, it's just a little bit next level when it comes to Johan Chua.
The clock was running down, but it could be time for the Philippines. What an effort.
Yeah, it was so thin you could barely hear the contact on the purple 5, and secondary anyways. Oh, he's trying to make it directly. How good is Alvin Ocean? Really good. Whether he can make it or not. And you know how good that was and how kind of advanced he is. As the rail first was there but offered no shape. So he decided to curve the ball to play ball first, which allowed the cue ball to move into position, and recognizing that we need to put something together against this team Philippines.
And down the line on the shot on the 2, it is directly potable. Or at least I thought it was. Wow.
I was with you, Phil. Thought for sure he could get at that ball.
Ako tira, di ba? Oh.
Now this is a funny 2-rail kick if he's going to the right side with the green 6 being there, and he'll obviously try to avoid the green 6, but the second rail doesn't take much spin, so probably catches this a little thinner than he wants. Oh, he hit it perfect. He hit it absolutely perfect.
Albinaussen's head bowed as he sees the 2 go in at the most unlikely angle.
How often they overcut that particular shot, and I'm not really sure why. We've seen it all week coming off the rail, a very full hit on the 3, and Team Austria, even though snookered a big favorite now with the jump cue.
Worryingly for Austria, it's Chua who comes to the table. He's got an affinity with that 2 ball, I'll tell you.
Yeah, you read my mind. 9-balls are usually the ones you get signed when you do well and you win a tournament, but maybe about 4 or 5 different 2-balls getting signed here by Johan Chua if they go on to win this World Cup. And this won't be shot softly. It shouldn't be 100 miles an hour, but should have a little pace. Now you roll in Johan Chua, and he'll laugh that one off, while the Austrians maybe not so much.
Oh dear me, that was the fluke of all flukes. Incredibly, I don't think he made any contact with the 9 whatsoever with the 2 ball. Oh, Albinaussen. Let's have a look at his expression.
Well, the real problem is not only being snookered and trailing 7-4 against a team that seems like no mistakes are on their menu. A very difficult hit here on the blue 2. You may have to hit this really hard, trying to bend it off the 3rd rail coming behind it. If he hits it with a high ball, he's got to be down on the cue ball here a little bit. High ball may miss it.
Foul.
Yeah, he touched the 9 with his cue stick, or maybe the 3. You could actually hear it during the stroke, and Des right on it.
Start the clock, please.
I think it was the 3. Regardless, open table for the Philippines to get to the hill. Oh no, it was the 9. It was the 9.
Couldn't put a whole lot of focus on the cue ball there. Just take the natural path, and James just got to work the cue ball a little bit.
Anywhere but there.
A little stretch as well. No real scratch worry, though.
went in off the jaw, but it went in. And the Philippines now find themselves doubling up on Austria and on the hill, 8-4.
Cue ball where he wants. It'll be behind the pink 4 and the black 8, protecting a miss maybe on the blue 2.
Just avoiding the 4 with the cue ball.
It's like everything's been tough for the Austrians, even making a couple great shots. The 2 end up getting a little funny on the 3, kind of straighten on the rail. Now extremely thin here on the pink 4, even though close to it.
Extension code.
James directing. Johan said, I like you shooting it. So what he's trying to do here, can't get fully behind it. Cue ball trying to creep up back on the 2-6. Oh, he caught it one rail.
Ball in hand.
Wow.
Start the clock, please.
You can tell from the surprise in Jeremy's voice, that was a mistake. Awkward queuing left here, though. Hampered over the 9.
Yeah, it'd be more delicate if he had to hit it easy. You may get a kick on the 7, but being able to come above the 9 shouldn't be a problem.
Not for the first time, the use of side gives perfect position to he. And Mario deposits the 9.
Trailing by 6 racks to 8.
In rack 15, they want to do what they did in rack 5, break and run. Well, that does it. That does it. The golden break. In goes the 9, and suddenly Austria trail by only 1. Golden breaks have been in short supply here this week. That one, though, thundered in. Look at the 9. Clipped in by the cue ball, then off the 7.
Probably not.
I kind of like him coming back, trying to create a little bit more than just kind of holding the ball and accepting the cut. Well, they decided they kind of bet on him the entire match. Why not again?
This, though, under the most intense pressure. He's so tough. Maybe his least impressive stroke of the entire match.
Yeah, and you know, he's made all the other ones, so that one looked worse because of all the ones he's made, but just that first starting shot on the And the red 3 to the pink 4 made things difficult. Had to play a little bit of a recovery there from the 4 to the 5. A little unfortunate. 1 inch, one way or another. The 5 to the 6 would have been much more routine, but we're facing what all these fans want, and that's 8-8.
Philippines have made all the running. They've produced the most eye-catching shots. But now they've got nothing to show for it because Austria, with a display of fortitude, have come back from 8-4 down to make it hill-hill. Or will Philippines reach their 6th World Cup of Pool final since the event began?
Oh, cue ball. And the one's going to go down as well, making a little less work for the Philippines.
Ball in hand.
And the difficult ball, the pink 4 is near, so the first 3 pretty routine.
Start the clock, please.
Really took a rip at that. Sometimes, and he's got to move the cue ball, it looks like, by the 8 to the other side of the table, trying to fall somewhat straight on the 7. A really nice release of the cue there, especially under pressure. Now this is where you don't worry about getting off the rail with the cue ball. That's where the 7 could become missable. Maybe pinch it back 6 or 8 inches.
Poor Mario He, semi-finalist in the World Nineball Championship back in February, having come so close to victory, and now he could be, along with Albin Ocean, denied again.
Yeah, a little bit of a funny smile. This fell a little funny. Can't simply come one rail. Got to get into this ball going twice. With the cue ball.
What a shot! What a shot!
Yeah, to have the nerve to really get his man so good on the 9.
They were the better team. Austria fought ferociously, but in the end, a scratch on the break cost the Austrians dear, and the Philippines are through to the final.
Youngest ever world champion when he was only 16. Having only taken up the game 6 years before that.
That's a bit worrying because I think he was trying to hold the cue ball for the purple 5 on the bottom left.
From what I can tell, the two of them haven't been doing much solo practice. Every time I see them, they're playing alternate shots, so they've had plenty of time to build up a good flow, and it's shown in their performances. And working well for them here again. Bad miss on the 4. Gave Germany this chance, which they have gratefully accepted. Germany lead the semi-final, 1-0.
But it's Wu again, isn't it? Just not quite with it. And it's not a case of missing the ball, it's his shot selection there. Didn't need to get right down for the 9, just leave one kind of shot. He's been playing good enough. Just make sure you pot the 7.
Consider all his experience. He looks really uncomfortable so far, maybe feeling he's got a point to prove after a fairly disappointing performance from him in the win against Japan last night.
He may have fluked this. It's tracking. It is tracking, but he hasn't. Wasn't an easy shot he was faced with. I don't blame him for going it. He's feeling good out there, the young German. Nice guy as well, Moritz.
Seen it so often over the last few days. There seems to be at least one really eventful rack early on in every match. This falls into that category. China have won it. And it's 1-all. Any money? A few mistakes early on. This has been much smoother up until now.
That's always the danger when you come back across the potting line. You could have played that with a bit of left. Slowly, just leave Wu along the thinner pot into the pocket he's aiming for now. These can be missed, these.
Even as early as rack 3, that felt like a big moment. A test for Wu. He's come through that one. And China lead for the first time in the semi-final at 2 racks to 1.
Well, the 9-ball's moving. Oh, we could have a quick rack here, Michael. Just got to decide whether he sends it into the 9 or sends it into the rail first. Either or. Well, it's not quite over the pocket. I feel you've got to go into the rail first, actually. From the other camera angle, it looked like it was close to the pocket. Well, I mean, it is close to the pocket. That's what he's just signalled there. I think sending the 2 into the rail first would be a wise move.
It wasn't guaranteed, but exquisitely done. And for the first time in the match, we have more than a rack in the difference. China lead Germany 4-2. Well, the outcome of the shot didn't suggest any great belief or confidence. So I think you were right on the money there, Carl. And you look at that, if they managed to make that 2. You can see that steady improvement reflected in Neuhausen's performances. Got to the last 64 of the World Championship a couple of years ago when he was only 17, and then last year, a couple of last 32s in big matchroom events. The World and the European Open, and recently got to the last 16 of the UK, so you can just see the steady improvement there. And another step forward this week. And it's he who delivers the 9-ball, which closes it to 4-3.
Was willst du, was ich mache? Ja, ich meine, das Problem ist, wenn du lang spielst, wir haben eh Zeit. Wenn du lang spielst, dann musst du halt soft spielen. Hart ist halt das Problem. Kann ja alles passieren. Ja, was machen wir mit der 6? Ja, du kannst 5-9 spielen. Ja. Liegt halt sehr gut. Ne? Ja. Wenn wir den jetzt verdudeln, wird er auf jeden Fall machbar. Gut liegen bleiben. fühlst du dich auf dem Safe gut? Weil du musst ja eigentlich im Prinzip nur die zwei nach hier und die zwei hier. Ja.
Well, I feel like he should have a go at it, but this was like the previous rack where China was having conversation for ages and then Wu missed. He's playing safe here. It's gone wrong. Didn't like it. I think he wanted to shoot the ball. I think Wu wanted to shoot the previous ball, but I think Wang can come over. They had a big discussion. Wu ended up missing the ball. I think if you'd have just left him to it, he probably would have made it. And I think the same's happened there.
And then you end up not fancying it yourself because there's more pressure on you, because you know if you do go for it against your opponent's advice and miss it, you're going to feel bad about it.
Yeah, these players play all year, individual events. I think if the instinct shot is to attack, stay in chair, don't say a word.
I know Jeremy's been talking about that during the week, that he feels some of the teams have over-communicated and end up talking themselves out of things.
Extension call.
Oh, how did he hit this ball, by the way? How did he hit this one? Ooh. That was one of the easier combos you will be faced with. Bit of distance between the 5 and the 9, but didn't see that coming.
Hey, you look at it there again. You could say they weren't even that close. Could have turned out worse, though.
Extension called.
Yes. Come on. That's what I like to see. Bit of passion, bit of emotion. Give it to your opponents.
Particularly when he was younger, Fuller used to be criticised for that sort of thing, but I think it's fantastic.
I agree. Still cheering in the chair now.
Foul stroke.
Yeah, you're right, Michael. Back in the day, well, I say back in the day, still young now, but Fuller, he used to get under players' skins, he really
Please start
did.
the clock. Extension call.
跳冠军，哇，真是还是要跳好。
Is he trying to jump over that gap? He is. It's very close to the 2, so the fact that he's jumping over the edge of both balls is why he's playing this shot. Jump bank as well. No good. Chance for Germany to tie the match up.
Yeah, not just today, but throughout the tournament, really. The Germans have been pretty clinical from situations like this.
Sekunden.
That's interesting, because now he's opened the 3 ball up. The 3 ball pops down the rail now. Let's not forget, they put the 3 ball there on the push out. Now they've just opened it back up. China must hit this 2 ball. And they know it. Two-rail kick. Oh, he's done well here, by the way. Oh, no. I say he's done well because he hit the right side of the ball, the side of the ball he was aiming for. Look at the flick off the 7 here. A little bit more pace, I think the cue ball would have fell.
He said it was up to Wu to step up. He delivered what's so far looking like the key shot of this rack. Needs to deliver here again, though. So Germany have got the Chinese duo in a spot of bother here. A couple of shots later, the roles were reversed. China got their opportunity, and now they've got the lead once again. It's 6-5.
Didn't pot the 1. He's close to the 1, but I don't think he's left a hanger, an easy shot. Does pot up into the top right corner past the pink ball. But boy, has he got to get this cue ball spinning quick. It's quite easy to decelerate, and then the cue ball may go in the left side pocket. Oh, nicely done there. That's more like it from Wu.
Yeah, he still looks like someone who's battling with himself a bit internally. But he's starting to deliver a few good moments like that.
Happy. Well, there is a bit of an angle there, okay. Oh, nice. That was awkward for Wang Kan. Boy, did he deliver. Look at this one.
It's turning into a very pleasing rack, this, for China. The only time in the whole match there's been more than one in it was after they made the 2-9 combination to lead 4-2. Had a chance to be 2 clear again a couple of racks later, but this time missed the combination, the 5-9. But now it looks as though that 2-rack advantage is going to be restored. And they only need 2 more for a place in the World Cup final.
Yeah, he hit that ball good. Hit it exactly where he wanted. Knew the 6, the 7 was there. Just get distance. Neuhausen's looked like he's been out there for years. This is his first time at a World Cup.
Yeah, fellow was partnered by a World Cup newcomer in Christoph Reinches when they went all the way to the title 2 years ago. Roles reversed this time, though. Reinches a good bit older than him. Now Filler's the senior man. They've got to come from behind.
2-rail kick and stick. Needs these balls to stop quickly. Okay, both teams with a little bit of luck at the required time. Yeah, this ball does cut. It's super thin, by the way. Yeah, good shot, Josh. Just like this shot is a big moment in the match. Kicking. Did he get lucky? He didn't. This is a chance to get on the hill.
Nicely played. China have waited a long time to grace the World Cup stage again. Nobody got to do it in 2020. So many events cancelled that year. But even since the World Cup has returned the last couple of years, they've not been able to be part of it. Now that they are here, they want to wring every last drop out of it. If these two balls can be dispatched, they'll be one away from still being here for the very conclusion of it all.
Not ideal at all. Boy, this is thin.
Even at times today, there have been shades of last night when he was struggling, but he's delivered a few big moments. Given the context, this would probably be the biggest of the lot. And it hasn't happened.
Well, it's their own fault. The 7 to the 8 left it a little awkward. Didn't get on the 9. This match
Germany wins the match.
Is now 7-7.
So twice in this semi-final now, Germany have gone a couple of racks in arrears.
Kann ich machen. Okay. Hier hin.
Sehr gut. Machst du.
That's probably the worst shot he's played in this year's event. Didn't play for this pocket. It's understandable though. Phil knows how to win. He knows how to play the big shots in big matches.
Germany won the opening rack of this semi-final, but they haven't been ahead since. Until the moment they arrive at the hill. It's 3 in a row for Germany. They lead 8-7.
Tischmitte? Also hier.
Ja, machst du schon.
It's just starting to feel like they've got the Midas touch in these last few racks. Almost everything they're attempting is coming off for them.
Extension call.
In his 19 years, Moritz Neuhausen has probably never felt relief like that.
Michael, at the Spanish Open, that ball would not have fell. He's entitled to be a little edgy. He's played a phenomenal tournament so far. And they're about to get through to the final with these two balls.
They were 7-5 down. They looked for all the world like they were going 8-6 down. But for the second day in a row, Germany have truly saved the best for last. And with that run of 4 in a row, Germany have beaten China by 9 racks to 7. The dream of a record-equaling third triumph in this event is still very much alive. They'll be back here tonight to play the Philippines in the World Cup final.